Hello, our YouTube family. Joe Fonseca with Empire AV Services and Installations telling you to come look, listen, and live with us. Today, we're standing outside of this home that we've partnered up with Derek James Custom Homes. I'm gonna take you to two of his houses today if he's able to meet. And then from here, I'm gonna go meet him at this project that we just completed. That one is already done.
So this is our own house. You know, we built this house for ourselves, using all of our subs, all of the Derek James Home subs. But you know, we wanted to move into the Meyerland area and got this lot in 2022. And we're actually on a time constraint because of the permitting took so long on this house. Well, honestly, we had the patio design too small. And so I sent it back to engineering, and it's a self-inflicted wound. But we were delayed. So when we finally got the permit for the house, it was in December of 22. But our house was sold and we had to move out by June of 23. So 6 months is what it took us to put this one together. But it was easy to do because I had my great wife giving me all my selections, and I was able to make decisions on the fly, so we were able to keep it going quick, and good subs like yourself, people willing to get in and get it knocked out for me and work on my crazy timeline. And so, you know, we're here, we're real proud of it. It's a beautiful home. We'll live here for a few years and then somebody else will get to enjoy it.
All right, I know you and Derek, how long y'all been?
So Derek and I started this company. This company's interesting. I've been in the custom home business now for 26 years. I started my career in 1997, working for a guy by the name of William Carl. He was a mentor, if you will, in the construction business. I worked for Carl Custom Homes for 7 years. And then in 2003, that company, they also started a big trash company there at Gainsborough Waste and Texas Outhouse. And my first was a remodel for Jeff Bagel, my first house ever. And so I did that while he lived in the house, which was really cool. So I got to know him and his family. And then it just took off from there. Started building houses. And so in 2015, I was in the process of building a really big ranch project for somebody down in South Texas. It was a previous client who was building a huge lodge and guest homes, and we built a runway and a lazy river, and I mean, it was a huge project, barns and stables.
What was that project?
The project total was probably, I don't know, 20 million. We were doing that project, and then I had another $8 million home in Memorial going up, and we had the first flood hit, the Memorial Day floods of 2015 hit. And this is where we're from. I mean, this is where my kids have grown up. This is where Derek's kids grew up. You know, our families live in this neighborhood. So this is kind of our community. These are our friends, but this isn't really where I did any of my construction. And my phone started ringing, people calling and inquiring about, you know, hey, can you help me? My home flooded, can you help me? And I just didn't have the time to commit. I had the time to talk to them and help them, but I didn't have time to commit to full scale. You know, just I can manage the projects without bringing on a partner. So I called Derek. He had mentioned an interest in starting his own company. And I said, look, you know, here's an opportunity for you to start your own company. I can, you know, we can be partners and we'll start this, you know, community construction company to take care of the needs of some of our friends. And well, then, you know, the history, right? 2016, the tax day flood hits in April, and the phone rings even more, and then Harvey hits in 2017. And well, you can just see what's happened to Meyerland in that time. You know, from 2017 to 2023, which is what, 5 years, 6 years? We've seen, we just drive around any of the streets, all the new homes going up.
I said it on camera earlier, I can definitely attest to that. The first time I talked to Derek, I have a text message that I talked to him back in 2017. I think I drove by one of the houses and must have been there to introduce myself. And then I think like 6 months later, I came out of the office, introduced myself. I don't remember if you were there that day. Introduced myself, then like 6 months later, I don't know if I ran into him at a job site or something happened, I talked to him again. And we had about a 3-year time frame. And I bring this up because it's great. You know, I didn't get an opportunity from the first try. He didn't, I mean, I got my guys and he gave me, you know, just basically, just keep trying. That's what he told me. And then he got a good project, the Rose. Or it was a smaller project. He said,
a little remodel we did for my buddy Greg.
Exactly. He basically said, hey man, this is, you're new, I don't know you, but I'll give you a shot. I got this little project. If you deliver, we can see where, you know, where we go from there.
Right.
So I could definitely back him up on everything he said. This has been a great relationship, a great partnership. I love working with builders that pay attention to detail. Y'all heard everything he said. I said it on the video earlier. I said, I'm not a real estate content guy. I could tell you the audio video side of it, but he told you all about the panels. He told you about the wood, the sheetrock, all the stuff that I don't know. That's where these guys come in and they bring in the value. And I want to give them a tour of this beautiful home.
Sorry, it's kind of half lived in, but you
know. Let me tell y'all something. For a house like this, y'all saw the other houses. 1 year, year and a half, this house came together in 6 months. I literally walked it. 3, 4, 5 days later, we pre-wired. A week later, it seems like we did trim out, and I'm here looking at it. I told myself when I pulled up, I said, this did not look like this 3 months ago when I walked.
It's crazy. Well, you know, I mean, this is my kitchen with, you know, a spaceship for a range. You know, my partners at Baths of America hooked me up with that, and they're great. And the thing is crazy what it can do. We did a kind of a white oak theme. So the vent hood is 100% natural white oak. And then we replicated that on the floors. And then we replicated that on the mantle and replicated that on the awesome barn door over there, that 5-foot wide barn door that my cabinet builder, T&G, built for me. My wife sent me a picture of it in a magazine and said, I love this. And I was here meeting with the cabinet door guy, and I just showed it to him. I said, can you build this? He goes, what kind of wood? I said, white oak. He goes, well, I can do it cheaper out of hickory, because he had a bunch of hickory. I said, no, I want white oak.
Hey,
so he gave me a price, but I mean, if I would have paid for that door, like, he's a really talented guy, but if I would have bought him, I could sell that door for 4 times what I paid for it, you know, because he hooked me up. One cool thing that I did in the garage was put in a basketball goal. We're still moving in, so we still got to move some of the stuff, but I put a basketball goal in for the kids to hoop it up in here, which is pretty cool.
Definitely. So one of the things that I wanted to point out in here, we have blank plates in the ceiling. You'll see them, those are for speakers. We have an extra one in the middle and another one over there. This one up here is for any future Teslas, any future Wi-Fi expansion that baby needed. We wired an access point here. And then I have another cat cable over there by the garage. That way we can add a contact to it and integrate his system or this system into a control force system. Little lines like that add value. We're able to expand more and give the client more options. So we knew this was gonna have a basketball court, so we talked about the speakers, but the Wi-Fi expansion is something that you probably
we just haven't had a chance to trim it out yet. You know,
oh no,
we got moved in, and it's like, okay, let's move in, and then we can focus on trimming it out. But all that stuff's gonna come in super handy. The whole house is full of it. My favorite part about the house, which isn't completely finished yet, but is this awesome patio. I used an exotic Masa Randuba wood on the deck to really kind of spice it up. Summer kitchen, I got my Blackstone right there. All this, the panels are coming in next week, but they'll be screen panels. So we'll have this whole patio screened in, and it just flows. And when the weather's nice, we just open these doors up, and it literally just be an extension of the living room, which is really pretty cool.
One of the things that we did
and your speakers will go in here soon.
Exactly. One of the things that we did here is we set it up for a sound bar in the front. You'll see it in a second. We got some rear speakers on the wall, and then we put in-ceiling speakers here. These TVs both have the option, or at least the wiring in place, to not only just play music from the speakers, but you can actually integrate the audio from the TV into the speakers, because we ran the extra wire for all these
televisions. I like to hear the game.
Yeah.
I love the stairwell wall with all the light, with all the windows going up the stairwell. But that other house had a lot, it wasn't oriented like this, but we took some of the things that we liked from it, and you know, that's what my wife and I do. You know, we'll sit down with a few different sets of plans, things that I've noted over the years as I build it. It's one good thing about being a builder. You can go, I really love what these people did. You can incorporate it into your house. So we've got the study here with the ability to close off the study. You know, I wanted to put mirrors in these doors, but I got overruled and put glass in there. It's still great though. It does cut down on the sound. Closets through there, water closet there, and then the tub with the shower and the body sprays. It's kind of like a car wash. The cool thing that I did on this house is that it actually has, you can be in the shower inside, and you walk outside, and there's showers outside too. So for an outdoor shower for the pool, but I kind of like it to just,
private?
Yeah, it's mine.
Yeah, I like it. This was thought out to make sure that we use the square footage and maximize it. So he put a specific closet for all of our data. We are gonna have a small rack in here. that's going to power all of the audio, all of the video, Wi-Fi expansion. Any future homeowner, we prepared it for more with James, more than what James' lifestyle fits, but it is prepared for anything and everything that the next homeowner wants to do. Ran some extra lines. He was like, no, I don't want them. I said, okay, I'm gonna put them because the next homeowner is gonna need them. So we ran a couple extra lines, set the home up for basically anything and everything. It is security, so we got our security panel. You'll see the keypads throughout the house. So this is good because not only our builder got to see how we do things at the construction stage, but now he gets to deal with us as a homeowner and tell me, hey, this is good, this is bad. I told you a million times. Yep. I want to make sure that I bring value to these. So,
which is why we're working together.
I love it. I love it. I want to make sure that everyone, not just my builders, but the homeowners are getting the same experience.
Yeah.
So you got to experience a little bit of both ends of it. I know you got a game room upstairs.
Yeah, we can go up there and check it out.
I know that one's going to be golf simulator, right? Okay.
So this net will retract all the way across the top, you know, it'll totally retract, and then we've got that little sensor down there on the ground.
Yep. And
they swing away in here and get after it.
So we actually, for the video sakes, we discussed this room pre-construction. A couple of things that we thought about here was making sure that we put a television here, wired here and here. There's a PC that if they ever do anything bigger than that and it requires any Ethernet lines, it could be plugged into. What? Did we leave this like this?
I took it out.
Oh, okay.
No, you did not.
I was gonna say, I'm making myself look bad on this video.
There's a blank plate on there. I took it out. You
okay.
see the screws on the ground.
Okay.
Because I was actually going to try to connect to that, but then I realized I didn't need to.
Okay.
I just haven't put it back yet.
All right, don't make me look bad, James.
I'm sorry. You can cut
no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But yeah, so this here allows them to hardwire anything that they want to hardwire to. Wanted to make sure that we set them up for video distribution there. So we got CAT cables there for not just streaming, but later if you wanted to add the cameras, the doorbell, anything could be wired here. And we also set it up, since we know this is going to be an entertaining room, we wired a pair of speakers in the ceiling. And once again, you do have the option to link what's on the television through the speakers. So it won't be just for music, but it can also be integrated into the entire room.
We're proud of it. It came out looking great. I think it's going to be a good home for us. And you know, in a few years, we'll probably sell it and build a new one.
Man, James, I appreciate your time. We're going to close out this video. And I hope that you picked up everything he said, because there's a lot of knowledge, a lot of details, a lot of, I've said it 10 times, there's attention to detail in everything that Derek James does. I'm excited to be a part of the crew. I'm excited to have them as a builder partner. So many amazing projects coming. Y'all stay tuned for a whole lot more.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
No worries. All right, that was good.